Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday vacation. Enjoying it so far. First Stogi with gravy show, and I got my Stogie lit. Got my coffee with me. It's a little bit late, but I've been drinking it all day. But wanted to bring my two guests up. They're strangers to the game, but they're my ride or dies, and we're gonna talk a little bit about a day that after the game, the Raiders have played with a tough loss. It ended up to be a tough loss for me, but we gotta like to get their input and also with the chat's input and see if they have any questions and we can answer them. And once everybody calmed down a little bit with their emotions, so want to bring on my homeboy Gabe and my homeboy Dirty Low with me
What up?
always, the Raider Nation live crew. How you guys doing this morning? You lit up?
Chilling, about
Yeah,
to
about
light
to.
up
Mm-hmm.
the stooge.
Stoogies. I put Stooges instead of Stogies. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, you spelled it right. I didn't notice that. You guys doing good this morning though?
Yes,
How we
sir.
feeling about how we feeling about the before I get to the chat, how we feeling about anything new emotions that we have from this game? Different?
No,
Do we over talk ourselves or over get pissed off or what do you
I
guys
just
think?
think, like just looking at everything. I think it's just too early into the development of this kid. You know what I mean? Like I was kind of saying it last night too, but like I wouldn't beat him up too much. You know what I mean? I still would say he for sure needs improvement from that. You know what I mean? Because we're kind of looking like
Salute everybody.
offense from earlier in the season. But you know what I mean? It's just like I think that I could see a little bit more. I think as of right now, I think there's just at this point of their careers, I think there's just a little bit of higher of a ceiling than what we have on the bench. So I just
Mhm.
think we have to write it out and just check what we have. Just kind of just see what we have. You know what I mean? And just make the assumption, kind of later on in the season. And I don't think we have to wait literally to the end of the season. I just think it's still just a little too early for me.
Mm. No, what you think? You
My
weren't you
opinion.
weren't that upset. You were actually more. I'm always the one that's pissed off the most, but you and Gabe
You
kind
and
of
Gabe kind of.
were a little bit lower than emotional than I was. But
Well,
how
I
you
mean,
you you can change your thoughts or anything?
not really change of thoughts, bro. Like I knew going into it, bro. Like on some real shit. I knew it was gonna be a tough game and shit. I didn't want to get blown out, which we didn't. I didn't want the L, but we got it. You know what I mean? But it's just it's a learning process, bro. You can't really fucking complain to keeping the number one offense and probably number 10th ranked defense now. Depending on how everything shapes out at the end of the fucking at the end of the week, which is tonight. You know what I mean? I
Mm,
wasn't too upset, but one of the things that I did say, shout out Sean Johnson, man. He sent me some shit, and I told you the same thing. I kind of just felt like there was a hard fought battle, but overall, I think personally, it was just a growing experience. It was just something that had to happen. You can't. We couldn't be sitting back over here riding all high. We got the first loss out the way. Fuck it. We lost. It's over. Boom. Going on to the next week. Trip it. Not even tripping on that shit. Go to the next one. We're 0-0. Got to get this next win. As long as you have that same mentality, it's cool. We can take a loss, bro. You need to learn how to take losses, bro. I took so many fucking losses. I know everybody has. You know what I'm saying? You just shake it off and bounce off it, bro. And that's all it is, dog. And that's what I think personally. So I wasn't too pissed off. I was upset, but not really, really pissed off, though. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but the analysis of the game. What did we see? And we talked about it, but what did we see that was the problems? I was just gonna say the turnovers, but some like rule that that changed the game and in the way that
I know
from start to finish, from start to finish that we kept doing because I seen one, and then I wanted to see if you did.
what I for me, bro, it was adjustments. Defense made
Mhm.
adjustments like really, really quick. You know what I'm saying? On the fly, they were making adjustments. They were doing their fucking thing, right? But on the offensive side of the ball, one of the things that Sean has sent, I haven't got a chance to watch the podcast that he has sent me. Hondo. Um, Hondo said some stuff, but he basically broke it down to where it's like Aiden wasn't really shown this whole playbook. Like he knows the whole fucking playbook because apparently McDaniels didn't let him open it up, do what he had to do. So they're only limited to what Vic Fangio, because Gravy was giving me shit because the way I say his name. So Fangio, the way he brought the defense and the way he made adjustments, this offense wasn't prepared because he didn't know the full offense to make the adjustments of what he made. So he was giving them looks that they never seen before. That Aiden, you got to remember, Aiden is a fucking rookie, bro. He has not seen a lot of these different exotic defenses and whatever one out that they try to throw at him. Then if they threw something at him that he was just fucking testing, which basically that's the way, you know, basically what it states. You know what I mean? The way he broke it down, and it's just from ear to ear. You know what I'm saying? It could be misconstrued, but the way I was looking at it was that we didn't adjust well, and Bo didn't know what to do. And pretty much what this um, article is saying, and what he's saying is that because he didn't know the full playbook and didn't know the defense, they couldn't adjust properly. So it was adjustment, and that's where you go from what I was saying yesterday that you have a rookie fucking offensive coordinator going against a fucking veteran guy that everybody wants on their defensive side of the ball, coaching or calling plays, Vic Fangio, you're going to see the mismatch. But overall, that was the biggest problem with our offense, and that's why it stalled. And we became predictable because we had to fucking come back. And we couldn't run the ball for shit. So they already knew what we were doing. So that's the biggest thing I took away from it.
Good point, Lo. Shit.
Thank you.
Let me get to the chat real quick, bro. Redder Paul, thank you for being here, man. Sean Johnson, second one in. Way to go, bro. Good info today. Dark, what's up, man? He got the Dark Raider Hard podcast now.
Yeah, I seen that. That's dope.
It's dark. That's good, man. Good come up. Joel Lee, what's up, man? Thanks for being here this early morning. Ray Love, what's up? Raider Nation Live. Well, that's you guys.
I'll be right back, bro.
Cash Lord, my boy. What's going on? Clark Arroyo. D Menace. What's up, sir? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good day. Good morning. Cash Lord again. Orlando Padilla. What's up, bro? How you doing? And Joe Ali. What's up, bro? Now, Gabe,
Let's
Lo
crank
just
it.
came off of Lo just came off a very good analysis of what I was. It was real good what he said. Now, this dude is 3 games into his career, 4 really. And both of you, I want to ask both of you this question: that okay, he minimized the playbook, but shouldn't he know it already now? By now, he should know it already. Don't you think?
I think
Not
there's
everything.
I
Not
think not
everything.
everything is because of the simple fact that like I think they're going through new wrinkles, and I think he's gonna go through growing pains because they're kind of like they are running the same type of offense, but I think you can see the new little wrinkles that they're trying to do, and I think that's kind of like that they're gonna kind of go through those growing pains with in that sense. You know what I mean? Like I still think he has the concept of the playbook, but I think what they're trying to add in, kind of and then him being a rookie, and then him being a rookie play caller as well. I think that kind of all adds in, and I think they were kind of in over their head yesterday. They kind of got in, a little too ahead of themselves. They try to be, I think he thought I don't know if they got too confident in their play calling in the first 2 games that maybe they thought, damn, shit, we could do this all the time, like. But I just think that it was I think it was an eye opener for them for sure, bro. I think it's just that they got to run more. They can't go away from the running game, bro. They can't go away from Jacobs as much as he wasn't being effective early in the game. He's the type of runner that's going to be effective later on in the game, and I've said it over and over. It's just that we have to. I think he's going to get better, dog. I think the play calling is going to get better too because I mean they're playing for their job right now. You know what I mean? So I think that in the coming weeks you'll see it improve. I just think that like Lo was saying, bro, like it's his first couple of games, and all of the defensive coordinators, I mean, are gonna be showing him something new that he hasn't seen before. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like it's the NFL now. It's the NFL now. Bro. It's not college. You know what I mean? So it's like every 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 defense is going to be showing him something different, and you know what I mean. Like in the last couple of games, he's played some pretty top level defenses in this league. So it's like we have to kind of take that into account, and then you know hopefully that adds to his growth. But it's just like it's now it's not put up or shut up yet. I think so because it's just too early. But I think Aiden does need to improve. But I think he has the mind for it, dog. He has the I think he's probably in the room right now, dog. Just probably the first one in the room right now. Just you know what I mean? Because I know he feels that loss yesterday. You know what I mean? Because they started off 2-0, and I think he doesn't want to be the reason why this team is being held back now. And you know what I mean? Kind of being that the new guy for the media, or like not media, but like just like us on the internet and all of that shit, just to be like kind of like killing him. I don't think he wants to be that dude, and I think he's gonna work to be that. But we are gonna see growing pains, bro. Like you said yesterday, we are gonna see it. We are gonna probably see this. It's gonna probably gonna come up, again during this season. But it's just now is how we bounce back. You know what I mean? How we bounce
Mhm.
back from. You know what I mean? So it's let's see next week and the preparation from this week, and you know what I mean. Hopefully, he has that short term memory type shit, man. Like let's forget about that shit and let's on to the next game. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm hoping for in his development from this game. You know what I mean? So, but I think there's guys in that building that are gonna kind of hold him to it. They're not gonna let him hold his head down today. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They're gonna keep his confidence up, and I think they're not gonna bury him. You know what I mean? Like probably before it probably wouldn't have ever been done by the players, but before it could have probably been done by like up top. You know what I mean? Because you've seen that in the first game, his first start,
Yeah.
where you know what I mean. After the game, they were kind of throwing him under the bus. You know what I mean? So it's like I just think that this that will play a big part in his confidence coming up.
That's good. I know they ain't laying their heads down. They're a little motivated in the locker room when I seen the locker room, little sticks that they have with that. Uh, Auntie Six, thank you for a $2 spot.
Yes,
When Low
sir.
gets down there, he'll give you that lap dance, bro. $2 lap dance from Low.
Easy, easy, but it got to be on Tuesdays. Only on
Nah,
Tuesdays.
Oh,
$2
Tuesday
Tuesdays,
lap
bro.
dance night. Tuesday lap dance for it. So just be expecting that. He's on his way after he finishes this show.
Shit.
But I seen that too, Gabe. As far as I kind of, I say this every game. I kind of overreacted the way I felt about O'Connell, maybe because I was pissed. But it's just, I was saying, oh, it seems like it's the same thing that we have on the bench. But I understand what you meant when I thought about it. What you both were talking about is that this kid has got to be there for the long run. He is our best opportunity to win games,
Hmm.
and he's not. And just it's three picks, but it just looked like different than what Jimmy was doing. Jimmy was just doing stupid shit, throwing in the coverage. This guy is just getting exposed by a good defensive coordinator. And I was thinking I could just imagine what would have done to Garoppolo. That's a seasoned guy that's been there for a couple of years. He would have made him look even more like shit. Worse than Aiden. You know what I mean? And a guy that's been there before. And you could take his resume and what he's done, Garoppolo, I mean, but Aiden hasn't even got seen it sniff that yet. So he has room to grow. And I let it off a little bit off Aiden, but he did. You know, he does. He is getting a lot of picks. You know, couple of games. So that needs to stop. That needs to stop. For one,
Yeah.
we got Snoops Hernandez in here. Raider Paul.
What up, Joel Lee?
What's up, man? Huh?
Joel
Joel
Lee in
Lee.
Yeah,
I
Joel
got a
Lee's in the
question
building.
for Joe.
Snoop, Ray Love.
In the past, this game would divide us even more, but I think that we will bring us together. This law. I agree
yeah,
with you.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
That's what Lowe was talking about earlier in his knowledge little speak right there. That I think that AP has a controlling factor of this locker room. Well, hey, it was a loss, but you know what? We left it out there, but we didn't get the game. But you know, they you can tell that they're gonna leave all that shit out there. And in Miami, the first time, man, I heard Miami say that's a little tough team over there. You
hmm
know what I mean? Check it out. Check it out. If you love football, you want to see what the other people say about you. So I did that, and then I went to the locker room. And yes, it was Ingold. And Ingold has a special little thing in his heart for the Raiders. Because
right.
they drafted him or got him, and he knows Josh and all that stuff. But he says it's a tough team. You know, so we didn't smack them the way I wanted to smack them, but they got smacked around a little bit. So
Yeah.
I hope it continues, and then they could just get a solid game together. What was your special things, Gabe, as far as we were concerned about the defense, bro? What
Where
get
do we?
overall grade on this defense and the downfalls that you've seen?
I would say
First,
like
first, let's get rid of the bad shit first.
I'll go for it with the bad shit. I mean, you've seen it on the outsides. I mean, we're giving up too many. You know what I mean? Like they basically were going to like one threat like constantly. You know what I mean? When they were on the
Mhm.
field, like he was spreading the ball around, but you can see them time and time again going for Tyreek Hill, and like it was just like they were kind of leaving a little bit you know Peters on an island with him sometimes like that, and I think that was what something like in the bad like the bad that I seen like, and then when Tyreek got hurt, you seen them make the change to not go to Tyreek, but now go constantly to Waddle, and Waddle had a little portion of the game where he tore kind of like was getting catch after catch on us too. So it's like we gotta like I think we have to be able to defend these number one guys better. You know what I mean? That was probably one of the main things I saw. You know what I mean? They had a lot of passing yards, especially what I mean, yards after catch. Like this, what I mean, that catch
That's
that
them.
especially that in the middle of the field. You know what I mean? It's just like what I mean on the that touchdown that Tyreek took to the house, and even the one that Ahmed took. You know what I mean like, on that fucking on that little screen, bro. It's just like you don't send the all out blitz at that moment. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
third down. You know what I mean? And it's just like, bro, that's big time, bro. Like those are big time, mental mistakes, and those are the things that I probably would say bad, but and on the good, I would say the linebacking play is still good because I don't think you've heard anything out of their tight ends at all. You know what I mean? Did they even fucking have a tight end out there? Because I didn't see they were
He
non-existent.
fumbled. He fumbled. He almost fumbled twice. He fumbled once, though. They got the fumble off him.
Non-existent, and then you know what I mean. And they played the run well. You know what I mean. The run defense is getting better because Miami is a team that rushes the ball well too. You know what I mean. They have Mostert. A-Chain got hurt. You know what I mean. Kind of early on in the game. You know what I mean. But the defensive line as well. You know what I mean. They played well for what they had out there. I mean, Tua was getting rid of the ball quick, but they were getting their hands in the air and trying to disrupt the passes. You know what I mean? Got their hands on a couple of balls early. You know what I mean? So like it kind of it caused some incompletions early, which didn't let Tua get into too much of a rhythm early. I mean, he ended up getting into a rhythm for sure, but it's just like just those little things that kind of help play the score down. You know what I mean? And then just like you know what I mean, sticking like that four down stop. You know what I mean? Inside the goal, like that was big time. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? We're getting our fourth down defense this year is pretty damn good. You know what I mean? It's like only if our fucking third down defense could be that good. You know what I mean? Although our third
Yeah.
defense wasn't that bad yesterday, but there was big time third down mishaps where like the Ahmed touchdown and the fucking the third and 11, sack from Koontz that, you know what I mean, where Jacorian Bennett gets a illegal contact.
Yeah.
Those are big time third downs, you know what I mean, that kind of played a big part in the game. You know what I mean? But the defense overall, though, I mean, to keep the number one offense in the league, you know what I mean, to 20 points. And you know what I mean, they were kind of healthy. I mean, yeah, I know Tyreek, kind of hurt himself a little bit during the game, but he came back and still, caught multiple, balls after that, pause. But you know what I mean, other than A Chain, they were kind of healthy, coming off of a bye. You know what I mean, had time to game plan for us. You know what I mean, but so I would say big ups to the defense, bro. I would say like yesterday they actually showed me that they're for real.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, with that other mistake that Tyreek did with the face mask too, bro. Like, yeah, those two plays were fucking hella crucial, bro. But the defense play overall played fucking dope, especially what fucking Sean put up right here. What he put up?
If they weren't, I think I have Sean.
Yeah, it
I
says
did
right here. It
put
says
up Sean.
in the past three games, the offense has scored 59 points. The defense has only allowed in the last three games a total of
Yeah.
38 points. That's fucking dope. That's hella dope.
We didn't even score 56 points in what the 7 games that we
Yeah,
had with fucking McDaniels.
yeah,
So the offense is moving, and I think that's because Jacobs got that 2 games with 100 some yards. I don't know why. Jacobs only had what fucking 20 some yards.
39.
Jacobs had 36 total yards rushing to their 99. So it wasn't a big
right.
rushing type game or whatever. But when you go down to passing yards, it's 323 to 260. That's like a play. But I think Aiden got most of his yards at that last possession because he was throwing it little, 20 some yards here, 20 some yards there. He probably was close to around maybe 200 then. Then he got the 71 probably on that last possession where he messed up. But Steve DeLuna, I like this question. I believe Fangio was a DC who started 49ers great defense. 49ers D hasn't changed in 20 years. Plus, he had a bye week to prepare for a rookie quarterback. Do we even? I didn't know. He had a lot of time to dissect this kid
Yep,
and put stuff in front of him,
yep.
didn't he? Because I never thought of that.
I said that shit last night, guys. No, I was playing.
Did you? Oh
I
yeah.
told you so.
Yeah,
But
I'm
Gravy was
pissed
so
off.
mad. He was just all red, bro. He just all he seen was red.
That's why I need the filters now, bro. You
Yeah,
guys taught me how to do the use. You guys taught me how to use these beauty filters on this shit, bro. And now I know how you guys look so clean and fresh, bro. I look all
yeah.
messed up, man.
Hey, that Raider Nation live channel, don't know that you building out. You must be doing something out there because they be talking and talking. So
Oh my god.
it must be doing something right. It must be doing something right because when that shit when that shit starts happening, it's right. That means it's going right.
I know nothing,
We're
bro.
not
I
gonna.
know nothing.
They say you don't have a bunch of people with little red cheeks like Low has on his StreamYard and shit.
I
You
have
got
no
makeup
idea.
on foundation, the foundation.
No foundation. No foundation. I have no idea, dude. I have no platform. I plead the fifth.
Yeah, Joel Lee. Excuse me. If our defense keeps playing like this, pretty soon it'll be our identity. And we
One
can
of the
go trade
things,
for some pieces. We
yeah,
can
but
go trade for some pieces in the offseason, not to mention AP is a defensive minded coach.
yeah. You know what's crazy? One of the things that I stated, I remember I said some shit a while back. I even said it was like, man, fuck it, just get rid of them all, man. Fucking fire them all, get all rid of all the fucking players. This guy,
I remember
no,
I was
remember
like,
I said that shit. No, but listen. But see, one of the things that I did realize when I said that shit, and me and Gray, all of us were like saying that, oh, you're fucking crazy, you're fucking crazy. If you turn around and put all these fucking rookies in, you're gonna have rookies making mistakes. but that's also going to build fucking character, bro. That's going to build them fucking what to do, what not to do, how to really take this shit as a professional, bro. So for me, you know what I'm saying? I knew that shit was going to happen. So Jacorian Bennett doing the shit that he's gonna make mistakes. You think all these fucking rookies are fucking perfect? No, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
But look at it like
it's
this,
just
Lo.
rookie mistakes,
Look at
bro.
it.
He's
Look at
gonna
it
be
like
here
this,
for a
Lo.
while.
Okay, okay, I hear you on that, and I agree with you. But on this game, what he did gave them a first down, and they ended up scoring points on that first down.
Who, Jacory?
So it determined the outcome of this game.
Well, yeah, I
And
mean
then
turnovers do that too. But
you didn't
okay,
see
but
Bennett.
look at Tua. Look at Tua, dog. Tua is a fucking professional and gave up the ball fucking right away, right? He threw the interceptions, right? And we got scores off of that, bro. It's the same fucking thing. But what's the difference? Because it's Tua? Come on, bro. It's the same thing. The ball
Yeah,
shit
it is.
happens. It's
It
just,
is.
I don't want to throw the kid under the bus and fucking crush his fucking ego. Like, damn, bro, you're a fucking piece of shit because you fucking like relax, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fucking mistake. You grow from it. You learn how to do what not to do. You know what I mean? And what you can get away with. Bend, don't break. You see what I'm saying?
This ain't the first time that Latorian Bennett has done that.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of habitual.
And the thing is, Jacorian Bennett, when he does something wrong now, he's getting taken out the game. You didn't see Bennett back in there.
Yeah, yeah,
Jacorian
So
is
he's at that level already, bro, with the
yeah.
coaching staff. And this
Right.
is a defensive minded. He's a defensive minded coach, and he's probably had enough of this guy. He was already a physical corner as it is, and if they're not letting him be physical,
Right.
then what he the holding wasn't bad, but it
Right.
just wasn't necessary. It wasn't
And it was
necessary.
just yeah.
The ball wasn't going that way. The ball wasn't going anywhere near where you were holding this guy.
Yep.
But see, the thing is, though, you got to remember in these football. Look, you're telling me that like, what was it? I even heard one of these guys fucking say, "Oh, Edelman." He was said on a podcast. I seen it on a short. He's like, he goes over here, red gloves over here. If you put the same color gloves on as the fucking opponent's team, like black gloves or whatever, or not, you can't see the holding and shit like that. So if they're trying to teach that, if you got to hold, bro, like shit happens, bro. But it's like, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he's like saying, like, do what you got to do to stop that motherfucker and then go from there. You know what I'm saying? If you grab something, grab it, but grab it quick and do what you got to do. It's like try to have better hands. You know what I mean? That's when they
Subtle.
say shit like that because it's there's holding on damn near every play. There's all that shit, right? So I'm not saying that they're teaching that, but yet at the same fucking time, bro, it's just a part of the game. Rubbing is racing type shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're
Not
racing and
on
shit,
not
I'm
on
just saying
third and
like
12. Not on 3rd and 12. You don't do that.
yeah, it's okay. So then my point is true. So there is a rough them up a little bit, crack grab them, push them. You know what I mean? Get involved
On
with them. You
those
know what I'm
downs
saying?
right there, on those downs right there, it's like
Right.
you gotta
Yeah, you
play
better
the
keep your hands back. That's the rookie move,
you gotta
right?
know the situation and you gotta know like that. The only way you put your hands on them, dog, is like if you see yourself getting burned and you know like that ball looks like it's gonna go to them, then yeah, you fucking save a touchdown. But
Yeah.
bro, it's like that was unnecessary for him
He
to
was
fucking
overly
do.
aggressive for the situation. So that's situational football.
Yep.
Rittermania,
That's
what's up?
what a rookie would do because he doesn't know. So he learns that and he keeps on doing the same shit. So that's all like not necessarily an argument, but it's just like, but that's why I was looking at it. Raider Mania, what's
But if
up,
you're
bro?
doing,
Greeny, Cash, Rafa,
but if you're
Steve.
doing stuff, if you're doing stuff in the games already, and
Hey.
then you make a mistake and you get ganked out right off the bat,
Mm-hmm.
You've been doing it for a minute, and then they're just fed up with you. They love your talent because you're a rookie, but they're not giving you any more chances because Bennett does it a lot, and then Tyree Wilson's penalty on third and long was a big one too, but you know, I kind of think he was getting held, and that was the only way he could get to the running back. But you can touch the face mask with an open hand, but you just can't grab it like he did. He tried to twist that dude's
Yeah,
head off. Probably would have, but we would have had it better. He's a big dude, but
yeah,
but like I say, with Wilson and all them guys up front, they did a great job as far as containing the outside perimeter area, and then that's what would have killed us if they had that plus the real quick shooting cross patterns and open space receivers that they him and Waddle. Waddle only ended up with like 50 something yards. He was making it look like he was balling all and out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but he was over here flexing in front of everybody. Somebody just went over there. Paul Mouse should have went over there and popped him in the fucking head or something.
That's a good rookie though. I mean, not rookie Palmalo, but Palmalo showed up good in what's his name's absence yesterday, in Epps' absence. You know what I mean? When he got hurt.
Hey,
So
he
I
made
don't
a
know
couple good plays,
how
bro.
that's gonna be going forward. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna be going moving forward if he's gonna get more reps now. But he didn't play bad out there, that's for sure, bro. I mean, he got a
Yeah.
pick, you know what I mean, and Epps has kind of been struggling. He's kind of been on some people's shit list. I just the only thing I like about Epps is that he ain't afraid to kind of put his head in there, and he kind of like he kind of plays everything in front of him, but he's not what I expected, dog. You know what I mean? I kind of expected more from him, but who knows, man? He might be getting his reps kind of cut. You know what I mean? Cut into
He's
for
up
sure.
there
But,
in age. Isn't he up there in age a little bit?
Who's that?
no, I think he's young.
Epps.
No, he's young.
Yeah.
He's young. Yeah.
Well, speaking of old age, we got a cornerback that gets that covers the number one receivers, and he doesn't do
Was the other
shit.
team
He
playing?
doesn't
Was the
tackle.
other team playing yesterday?
So
Did he come back?
I
Who's that?
guess Peters landed in Las Vegas, brother. So
Fuck.
Fuck. What was it?
if you're in the
We
chat,
both looked away. Fuck.
you're in the chat, and I know a lot of people that are in my chat right now that were. This is the dog we need in the locker room.
But
Rah,
see, that's
rah,
the
rah,
thing.
rah, rah. It
Right,
holding
right,
the
right,
O
right, right.
something.
He said, right, right, right.
So I want to see your responses of what you're seeing on the field from this guy. Okay,
I didn't want him to
you
be the
know,
number one cornerback. That's for damn sure. I don't know why the fuck they stuck him there.
I think his cover skills are 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 all right, but you got to tackle the dudes, man. He's standing around now. He's just standing there, bro.
Mhm.
Me and Lo were looking at plays after you left Gabe last night. He was just standing there looking at a dude he was covering playing zone. No. Okay, you're playing zone. The guy catches inside of you. The safety's supposed to get him, but at least be involved in there, bro. You got the dude from the other side, the corner from the other side, is making the tackle, and he's on your end of the zone. You mean he's on your
Yeah.
third, and
Yeah,
he it's just I don't know, bro.
didn't look
I
good.
don't know, bro.
I don't like
He
it.
said,
I
I
didn't
don't
like
know,
it.
Like
bro. He's, I don't know.
eventually, one of the big, deep bombs is gonna happen. Which always happens to Peters, and it's
Mhm.
gonna hurt us in the wrong way. And then everybody's gonna see.
I would
Oh,
rather,
Right.
I would rather take a chance with somebody hovering over Peters all day while him be on the line than be all play off like that. I'd rather be over the top of him. To be honest with you, with the defense, I'd rather do that. But the thing is, though, like I don't think he's being physical with not even making tackles, so he won't even do what he should be doing as a cornerback. You see
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So it's like, you mean, after all this veteran shit, and like I was going for him, and I always give you shit about it, but I can't stand it, bro. It's like it's horrible. It's horrible the way he plays, bro, and it just pisses me off because he's like, I want to be a Raider, I want to be a Raider. I'm like, bro, come on, bro, like be a fucking Raider then, like just don't talk about it. That's all I'm saying.
You ain't
I
did
want you
shit
to
in
be
5
a
years, bro.
football player, dog. I want you to be a
Yeah,
good football player. Fuck
yeah,
I understand you want to be a Raider, but I want you to be a good fucking football player. That's what I
yeah.
want you to do. Fuck your ass.
Who doesn't want to
Focus.
be a Raider, bro? Shit, if they let him fucking sign Gravy right now, bro. You know what I mean?
I'll tackle fucking. I might get a concussion or fucking paralyzed,
You get
but
a
I'll be in that.
tackle. He said,
In
I'm
that fucking tackle.
paralyzed.
Motherfucker going down. I'll tell you that. He going down.
Fuck it.
I might die on the field, but he's going down. I'll get one tackle in the fucking NFL.
I'll
That's
get
it.
one tackle. He's like, did I tackle him? You're like, no. Ah. you
I'll be like
didn't even
one of
get
that
you
one
didn't even
movie.
get the full tackle.
You're talking to a millionaire.
Fucking
That
stupid.
was-
So stupid.
okay,
That's funny as hell.
okay. Let's switch. let's switch over to offensively. And I know we talked about it with Bo and the play
Mhm.
calling and all this. And then it kind of that that kind of is an excuse to me about Bo and Vic Fangio. You know, I've said that Lowe brought his name out to you, and I said, hey, you know, people are talking about this hardball shit, whatever. I really don't want to get into that, but I'll
Right.
just speak my mind on it without responding to whatever they say in the chat or something like that. But unless I have to, and I'll let you guys do this. Vic Fangio got brought up when Harbaugh came to San Francisco, made
Yeah,
a name for himself in college, started that good defense, started the trending defense that they have now when Harbaugh was in San Francisco. So what he does is that he's an older guy, but he does this young, creative shit that basically what he did against Aiden. So he's like a devises different blitzes and different coverages. One side is zone, one side is man, and safeties come go like this. And he kind of messed up his head a little bit because Aiden didn't see that shit before. But it's good that Aiden's seen it because then now he can adjust to it. That's the thing they talk about Vic Fangio. If you're in Vic Fangio's division, you know, you learn how to beat Vic Fangio. So we don't play Miami often, so that's why it was strange to him. And then it was a good setup point for us to be against this guy. Then going into um, Spagnola in Kansas City because that's a whole different ball game right there. This dude
yeah.
will blitz the shit out of you in Kansas City instead of beating you by coverage. Now, I think our receivers would do better against
I'll be right back, bro.
Kansas City, Kansas City than they would uh, Miami, but they got so many receivers. They got like 9 receivers that go in and out, in and out, in and out like that. Don't you see that game with when you see them? Is that they have like a bunch of receivers? They got Tony over there. Who else? Is
They
Schuster still
got,
over there?
no, they got Marcus Valdez Stanley. They got that guy from what's his name? I think his name is like
Got that.
they still got Seal. I mean not Seal. Sky Moore. They got
He ain't doing shit.
yeah. He ain't doing shit really. They fucking no. What's his name? Juju's went back to he's with the Patriots, but they got that other dude that what's his name? Rice.
Mm.
They got Rice. That guy Rice.
He's
They
he's the one shining right now, huh?
got Kelsey. And they got another tight end too that played he played okay in Kelsey's at one game absence and shit like that. When Kelsey's not on the field, he does kind of get a couple of targets. But I, all in all, though, overall, I think that's a pretty even matchups. With when you got our corners and their receivers. And but I think that the difference is going to be the upfront battle, dog. Can we get pressure on Mahomes and can we keep him contained? Inside that like pocket because that's one thing where if he gets outside the pocket, he's a smart guy that he uses his feet when he needs to, picks up crucial first downs. You know what I mean? And he just gotta we gotta just be we gotta really be disciplined in this game now because he'll beat you in other ways if you're kind of like locking their guys down, and then you gotta kind of keep an eye on the guy out of the backfield in Pacheco. You know what I mean? And McKinnon. So those they don't have like maybe a lot of superstars, but they got a lot of guys who are familiar and know how to play with Mahomes. You know what I mean? They know how to play that backyard style
Mhm.
football type shit. So when the play breaks down, you know what I mean, and Mahomes kind of gets off pocket and stuff like that. He kind of they're very good at improvising. You know what I mean? So we got to be wary of that, and I think we just have to play discipline on defense, bro. And when we have the chance to get them off on third down, we can't and shoot ourselves in the foot with penalties and shit like that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's but I think that's what's gonna be important, big time in this game for sure.
I do. I one thing I do like about Bo's offense, to be honest with you, I like that he tries to speed it up. I like that he tries
Good
to,
tempo.
yeah, get the tempo going and shit like that. I like that. I like that shit.
He
Like,
it's good, but he did it wrong at the wrong
yeah,
time.
yeah, but see that's the thing. Like, if you look at a rookie coordinator, bro, that's what he's trying to do. Like, you know what I mean, get the tempo going. But to get everybody in rhythm and shit like that. That's because that's a true thing. You know what I mean. These guys have to get in rhythm. So that's the thing about it. Like, you got to let these guys get into rhythm.
Well, tempo is basically for so they don't make adjustments or substitutions in
Right,
the game with their big guys. That pass rush is a real big thing in the NFL, but
right.
the big guys get tired after two, three plays. Two plays, and then they can't go no more. So they like to. But once you start moving with tempo, that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those big boys get tired. They can't move as well. Maybe the outside guys can, but they get tired too. So, but what I think what he needs to do is usually you come off a good play, set up real fast, run, and then grind them down, to the next third play. Then you're getting first downs. You got to get first downs if we're gonna do tempo. You can't do tempo on long distance, third and 20, or there's no use for it unless you want to do like a quick snap. But I think that what Miami does will be perfect for Aiden. That quick boom. That's what you seen at Purdue. That's why I said this guy makes NFL throws on the quick, and then he just jam it in there, man, real fast. That'll be, that type. We went to that instead of we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this EP offense anymore because McDaniel's is out of there. We're gonna see something new. We're gonna have a brand new offense. It doesn't matter who the coordinator is or who the head coach is. That's gonna that's gonna throw it in there, and it'll probably be maybe a West Coast thing because 85% of the NFL is West Coast.
yeah,
It just matters who he brings up. But I like that. I like what Miami does. So, and then their offensive coordinator has been mentioned for us being as a coach too. So maybe he might bring that shit down over here. But I think McDaniel's he's an offensive guru too for
yeah.
Miami.
You're gonna see the struggles, bro. You're gonna see the fucking struggles of a rookie coordinator, bro, and a rookie quarterback. You'd expect not to see that, bro. You know what I mean? It is bad that it's fucking. He has 3 touchdowns, is fucking 6 interceptions. That's pretty bad. But I mean, still
Yeah.
though, I mean, like you even stated, bro, like we're gonna have to stick this shit out, or are we gonna have that quote unquote same energy when we starts doing rookie shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like already known. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, to us, I mean, to people that are logical about football, it's already known that he's gonna make rookie mistakes with a fucking rookie coordinator, bro. It's simple. It's math. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like we're just seeing the growing pains, bro. But the defense is making the game interesting, and at least you know what I mean. We're trying, bro. That's the whole fucking thing. It's like but I think the adjustments are done at the wrong time. Like just like you said, he's filling everything out, bro. Because think about it. You're saying that to do the up tempo stuff, you got to do it at the right time. You know what I mean? This, that,
Mhm.
and third, you got to get on that roll. So it's like it's slow motion. So you got to get that first running play 5-6 yards, boom. Then you start
Mhm.
moving to the next one. Maybe get a little fucking dump off, boom. That's another 3-4 yards. You get the first down. Then you rush to the line. You start getting it going. You know what I mean? Yeah, you start moving it. That's pretty much what it is. But you're gonna see when he was trying to do it. Like you even stated that when fucking Bo was throwing. I didn't like this back, the screen passes. I hate the screen passes for this offense because it's not built like that. We're a vertical team. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like that's the way I look at it because we're built for that. You know what I mean? I get that. You know what I mean? It's a good tricky play, but a lot of our guys are slick. They're not coverage fucking receivers. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they can't block. There's a difference. So for
I,
me,
I was disappointed in the way they were doing it because usually those guys are good at it.
Right,
You
but yet
know,
they're doing it on first down instead of second or third, or you know what I mean,
exactly.
when they have momentum. You know what I'm saying? So he's calling it at the
Mhm.
wrong time. You see what I mean? Another thing about what he was doing is that like by the half, it was 29% fucking rushing, and you know the other whatever percentage is because I'm kind of baked right now.
I thought that would be flipped
It will
from
be
the
flipped,
get
more
go.
running and shit like that. Yeah. See, but Fangio's showing us some other shit, and they try to go away from it to kind of counter what Fangio was doing. So we went away from the run. Plus, when they were trying to run on the left side, he was running against Chubb, bro. That motherfucker's good against a Luminor that doesn't play that side, bro. Yeah, he was getting fucking chipped up all fucking night. So you see all that, bro. Like you know what I mean? It was a bad call game, and we were still there. We didn't even crack 300
First,
yards, bro.
first running play of the game, Jacobs got a 9 yard gain. Lo and behold, Mr. Parham gets a penalty 10 yards
Yep.
back. So
Just
that just sets you back, bro. Then you're behind, and then you throw that screen pass, you gain a yard, and then sometimes they work, but when they work, you're happy about it. When they don't, you're like that. But that's
good
why I'm
God.
bitching about it. Anything about the offense game that you've seen besides the quarterback issue and all that stuff? Did you check out the offensive line and the blocking downfield on the screens? You tired of that stuff too, or it's gonna happen? It ain't gonna go away because everybody. If you watch the NFL, everybody's doing it. It's in right now. So if you don't
But
get
the
your
like the
big
double
guys,
reverse,
yeah,
the double reverse shit was
yeah,
horrible.
Mhm.
That shit hasn't worked pretty much all season. I mean, the jet sweep is kind of a little, more predictable because the guys. I mean, more I think more effective because the guy's going in motion and kind of always needs to just beat the guy that's kind of following him. You know what I mean? If he could beat that
Yeah.
first guy, most of the time it's gonna go for like a quite of a bit, at least a good amount of yards. For 5-6 yards if anything. But that double reverse bullshit is just these defenses are too fast nowadays, bro. You can't run that type of shit, especially with what I mean? If they're not gonna be your two fastest players on the fucking on the team, there's no reason for it, bro. And it's just like I don't like that shit. I don't the I don't like going away from the run game. You know what I mean? Too early. I know it was only 14 carries, and I know it was only 39 yards or whatever. But all it takes is one big carry. You know what I mean? And
Doesn't
that average could jump up. You know what I mean? And I just think that they let off too early. You know what I mean? Because I think that was and just the way that they were doing it, and the way he got those 14 carries was just, not 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 strategically game plan for it. You know what I mean? It was just like it was just like on a whim. You know what I mean? Oh, let's go, let's pass, and then he just like fuck, we got to go back to the run. And then when he did, it was kind of like, what are you doing, bro? Like it's just you got to feel the game more. You know what I mean? I think it was just a feel for the game, and it just didn't feel right when they were doing certain things, and it's just like that wasn't balanced enough for me, bro. And so that other than the quarterback play, of course, the turnovers and shit like that, that can never be a remedy for us winning, though. Like the fucking turning over the ball with the rookie, what I mean? That's what's expected, and that's how usually rookies lose game in this league, bro, because they're making the rookie mistakes and stuff like that. So we cannot be turning the ball over. Like that's what these other defenses are counting on, that they're going to be able to read the rookie, that they're going to be able to show him something that he hasn't seen before. You know what I mean? And kind of trip him up. And yesterday they kind of did that a little bit, but they weren't ugly. Like Gravy said, they wasn't ugly. I just think that some of the throws that he made, you know what I mean? They were kind of red. That first interception by Ramsey, of course. That shit looked
Mhm.
like it was gonna get in there, but it just Ramsey just timed it perfectly and it was good. You know what I mean? But I just think that what he does is kind of maybe on those type of plays, he's kind of staring them down a little bit too much, because that same type of read happened in the Jets game. You know what I mean? With Whitehead. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? On the interception
yeah,
that the Jets got. You know what I
same
mean?
thing,
So
Mhm.
same type of
same
interception. You
same
know what I mean?
same place almost.
Damn
Yeah,
near.
exactly.
Yep.
So it's like you just kind of maybe take your eyes off of the read a little bit. If you have to, don't stir the guy down so much. You know what I mean? And it's just I know they want to get the ball out of there quick, so some of the times it's hard to get to multiple reads, but I don't know, man. You're gonna have to do something, and that's gonna be part of the development. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the offense, that and the execution, bro. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of the execution wasn't just it just wasn't like the I didn't see too much in the offensive line that I didn't like. You know what I mean? There was times and plays where, you know what I mean. They did up. You know the tackles. You know didn't live up to what they're doing because like you said, Chubb was getting in there. The guy, uh, what's his name? Phillips on the other side was getting in there. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's when you got Colton, he could kind of, lock down one side, and then when you could kind of play a heavy side when on the other side and to help out one another. You know what I mean? When they're both healthy, like when all three of them are healthy, they kind of help each other out because the Raiders will play the heavy side on the right side to help out one another in the Luminor and Mumford, and then kind of leave Colton, by himself where he kind of he kind of like he's not maybe what he was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but he is still I think the third or fourth highest rated tackle
Yeah,
in the AFC. You know what I mean? So that is important. You know what I mean? Having Colton because those guys are just like I'm not gonna say that they play like dog shit or whatever like that, but
No.
like it's just you know what I mean? Having to move them around like that when I mean, Illuminor has kind of been playing. Yeah, he stepped in a couple of times, but he's kind of predominantly been playing that right side because Colton has been on the left side. So it's like it's a change, bro. You know what I mean? Like when you've heard, I've heard offensive linemen, and shit on multiple occasions say, what I mean, it's like night and day from moving from one side to another side sometimes, bro. Like because what I mean, it's different. It's just different. It's just like and so it's I mean, big ups to at least Illuminor, being
Doing that.
being able to
Yeah.
do it,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
able to do
Exactly.
it. And I've
Hell
got
yeah.
on Illuminor a
That's
lot.
hard as
I've got
fuck, bro.
on Illuminor a lot. So,
Yeah.
but big ups to him. At least shout out to him for at least being able to do that and not getting exposed. Exposed. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Right.
he did let up some pressures, and he could have been better. You know what I mean? They all could have been better, but it's
Mhm.
just we need Colton for sure back out there, doc, because he's a big piece of that run game.
Yep. I agree. I like
big
what
ups to
Michael Johnson.
big
Yeah.
ups to the Gaffler, big
Gaffler too.
ups to the Gaffler, SoCal Sal,
Smart.
and Michael Johnson. Low, you was on this one. Taking what the defense gives you
Mhm.
is going downfield like he is Josh Allen, and he don't have the reps for that. Just needs
Mhm.
to get the timing down with Adams too.
Yep. And how do you get
Uh,
reps? You keep doing it. That's the key word, reps. Keep doing that shit
yeah,
over
but
and over and over.
Josh Allen don't need the reps, and he got more picks than everybody in the NFL.
Yeah,
So
yeah. There's a lot of picks going on in this league. How many picks?
They got
Let me
KC
see.
this
There's a
week.
lot of picks going on right now in the NFL.
They got KC this week, right? They played the Jets, last week, and then they played Miami. Those are literally three teams that are like either hovering or in the top 10 in the NFL in defense, bro. So if anything, uh, Aiden O'Connell is getting, this is like a fucking like an apprenticeship type shit. Dog. This is a learning lesson for him, dog. Like he's getting baptized by fire. Like these are some good ass
Yeah.
defenses out there, bro. Like these are some good ass defenses that he's playing. So like I don't want to say expect them to make mistakes, but like don't be surprised if they do, if they, kind of arise sometimes because these defenses are, what I mean, good for a reason. You know what I mean? They're good for a reason. And I just think that we kind of let it off. And I want to see when he he plays the likes of like, the Chargers who are they're just not that good of a defense. They might have, the personnel out there or whatever. Like they have some players, scattered here and there. They just lost Joey Bosa probably for the year yesterday. But it's
again,
just I
again,
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Like
Yeah.
I think they might have lost it for the season, but it's just like they're already turning on their coach. You don't know what state they're gonna be on. So I think when we get to those games, I think you're gonna be able to see a little bit even more of Aiden, and I think you'll be able to see him have some NFL like real NFL type games where you're gonna have some eye opening games. But I just think these three, especially these three first games that he's starting in 4 games now, you know what I mean. It's gonna be it's you know what I mean. Three of those defenses are pretty damn good, man. You know what I mean. So let's I just want to see, especially his bounce back in this game. You know what I mean? He had a tough game, so let's see the bounce back in this game. He did pass for 271, but he can't have turnovers. You know what I mean? That the
Yeah.
271 is cool and all, but he can't have turnovers. The
The
turnovers
three
are what kill you.
turnovers, those three turnovers overmatch that
Out, yeah, for sure.
touchdown and 271 quick.
I mean, if it's three touchdowns and three picks, then I'll let it slide. You know what I mean? Because you're still, you're going touchdown for touchdown. You know what I mean? And you're still, at least you're keeping your team even. You know what I mean? With the amount of scoring and the amount of you're giving up or whatever. You know what I mean? So, and those three, if you have three touchdowns, you were winning that game. You know what I mean? Because we only lost by one. So it's like, but that's the thing. You cannot, if you throw one pick, you better throw at least one touchdown. If you throw two picks, you better at least throw two touchdowns. Like, so you cannot lose the
I'm
turnover battle to your touchdowns. You know what I
I'm
mean?
one on that. I'm one on top of that, bro. You got those two touchdowns for one pick.
Yeah, for sure.
Just
I
for
would, I
me,
would,
just
yeah,
for
that's
me
the
to be
ideal.
cool with it.
That's ideal. But just to even get by, you have to at least, you know what I mean? If you're gonna throw three picks, the three touchdowns is something at least people could point at and be like, you know what I mean? He did make some great ass throws. It's just he needs to get better at this decision making. But you know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
happening, in the games that he is struggling, it's happening a little too much. And it looks like it's getting into his head, during the game, because you can see it on his overthrows and stuff like that. So it's kind of like affecting a little bit of, the whole his whole game. So that's why he has to kind of be, like not put his head down, because you can kind of see like I see him even keel, and I see him, like he's a relaxed type dude, and like it might be, just the case of that and shit, but sometimes I see him a little too, maybe a little too lackadaisical, and it looks like he gets his head down a little bit, but
Hmm.
it's we got to especially on a couple of those overthrows when like he overthrew him. It's like you're overthinking it, and it's just, even if you underthrow that pass right there, bro, like by a little bit, you don't put so much on it, because you know that your receiver is going to make a play on the ball. So he's either going to
I
make a
wrote.
play on the ball to get that ball at his highest point, because that's your best receiver, that's DA, and he's going to slow down to where it's going to cause contact anyway. You know what I mean? So you're either going to draw a penalty or something right there. So that's another situational football type mistake right there. You cannot like make the mistake in overthrowing it, which has many fucking flags are being thrown nowadays in the NFL. You
Yeah.
fucking put that up in the air and you make, with the IQ that DA has, he's gonna come back to the ball and cause a pass interference, or possibly even still catch it at his highest point. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I just think that you gotta give him a chance, and I think that's what's got to be talked about in the film room.
Right.
Hopefully he's in there already today. You know what I mean? So I think
Yeah,
those
he was
are some of the things that they
throwing
gotta
it so
iterate to.
throwing it so out of reach to where he couldn't get that pass
Mhm.
interference. You know what I
At
mean?
least he's
He
making.
couldn't.
At least he's getting the ball out though. Shit. I mean, he's getting. He got an arm. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a good. It's like it's there. It's just growing pains, bro. That's all it is.
It was just a waste of a down on me. But
Yeah.
Guerrero, you got the link.
Fourth down,
Come up here, man.
the
I'd like to
fourth
get
down
your
and
input.
one,
What? Row?
the fourth down and one, where we didn't decide to go for the field goal. What are you doing going to fucking, down the sideline, you know what I mean, to like that, you know what I mean, and overthrowing it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was
You
just
need
a
1 yard.
bad
You
play
need
call, bro.
1 yard,
Bad
bro. You
play
need
call.
1 yard.
That
Yeah.
was
That
Go
was
just
for a
dumb.
bad.
fucking 40.
I won't even put that too much. It was an ugly ass fucking throw from Aiden, but I'm not gonna put that play on an Aiden, because that should not have been the fucking play call.
No.
Bo, you
No.
fucked up on that one. That should not
Yeah.
have been the play
Yep.
call.
What's Bo's fucking fault then?
It wasn't Bo's fault. You got to see
On
that,
that
like,
play call.
you-
On that play call, I would say, just because that was unnecessary, bro. Like, run the fucking. Maybe you fucking. I think you take them more off balance if you try to run that fake tush push again. You know what I mean? And you actually do run the tush push. You know what I mean? Because they might be fucking. They might
Give
be
it
in
to
their fresh
Jacob.
in their mind. They might be fresh in
those
their
making
mind, like, oh,
points.
they're gonna try to run that fake shit. They're gonna try to run that fake shit, and then you probably sneak one by them at that moment. But just that play call at that moment was just like, I hated that fucking play call. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Especially the throw.
So
You know what
what
I
do you
mean?
think about? So
Look
Gabe,
what
what
he
do you
put
think about?
before that. Look what he put. Like, he even shout out Soul, bro. I'll be on a little bit later today, bro. So fuck it, we're gonna get it in. What he put with Vic Fangio.
Mm,
Put that up. He said Vic Fangio is a defensive genius, and they did some new stuff that they didn't do to confuse AOC. Yeah,
That's what that
That's what
Hondo
that was.
said.
That's what Hondo said. You know what I'm saying? Was Sean Johnson basically? You know what I mean? Reinterpreted that. But yeah, that's hella dope.
I told you from the get, but hey, yeah, I did put it together that he had a week,
Mhm.
a free week to work on this kid, and but by them just beating us by a touchdown, shoot, I,
I'll
I'll
take. I
take
mean, yeah,
that.
you
You know
kind
what I
of got
mean?
to, you kind of got to like
Like,
be like, damn, like I got to, you know what I mean? Like it's. I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move. So
yeah,
I think he needs to get that buy. We need to get that
yeah,
buy. That we need to get to that buy. But we can't overlook this week, dog. This week is very important. Like we gotta put everything into this week, and then let it let it all out in this fucking week, dog. You know what I mean? Because I think this is a big week for everybody. Sake because you go two in a row, and then you start getting the morale a little bit down again or whatever. But if you get this win against Kansas City against a team that you haven't been able to, I think you've won out of the last what? I don't know how many, dog. Fucking 13 or 12, or I don't know how many it is, but
mm.
so if you go in there and get it, and with this rookie, that the thing that it could do for this rookie, dog, like it's like, okay, I can hang with the fucking guy in my division. You know what I mean? Like, and then you go into fucking, if you could go into the Chargers, you know what I mean, and do that shit there too, like now you start getting, I could make some noise in this division and start building that confidence. But it starts this week, dog. It starts today. You know what I mean? It starts today. Like
yeah,
hopefully he's in there and he's working on his fucking, what he saw out there. You know what I mean? Hopefully he has that good game recognition, like what he saw out there, what movements he was seeing out there that
So we
he
beat the
can
spread.
you know what I mean? Like so like that's the I think the biggest part of the development of a quarterback, especially with his type of skill set. You know what I mean? He needs to be able to dissect these defenses, to a T, bro, because with his limited, mobility and stuff like that, he needs to know what he's seeing out there pre-snap, so that way he's kind of making his pre-snap read to where it's very accurate. It's very like he's acing these tests, on these defenses, you know what I mean? Because he has them studied so well that, you know what I mean? He's making these reads, you know what I mean? It's like a multiple choice thing. Like, who am I going to go to, every play? And you know what I mean? You're fucking just acing the test out because you got to, those learning that the question basically part of the fucking, of the multiple choices is the hardest part. You know what I mean? So I think he's got to learn these defenses, dog. He's got to learn these defenses and fucking, I think that's because besides everything, because I see he makes some great throws, bro. He can make some great throws. He has the strength to he has a big arm. He fucking overthrowing them. You know what I mean? So it's like he
Yeah.
has and then from the little that I've seen, he knows what he's doing. Pre-snap, he's kind of getting there. You know what I mean? But it's just perfecting that is, I think, what's going to be his biggest asset. You know what I mean, for him going forward. You know what I mean? If he can perfect that pre-snap read type shit, and learning these defenses, you know what I mean, to as much as he can, and that being the strength over, like that's what he has over all these quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Is his IQ of learning these defenses. That's what I think can propel fucking Aiden to hopefully keeping his job. But if not, bro, I think it's gonna be tough because he's this day and age, the NFL, you see it, dog, every day it's moving to maybe not a running quarterback, but you have to have some type of mobility. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So
low. Hey, low. I think Gabe has a man crush on Aiden O'Connell. Bro.
You think so?
I think
nah,
so.
I think
You can't do nothing wrong, bro.
He's a
no, he
rookie. He's the
can
rookie.
do
Come
something wrong.
on. He's a
What he
rookie. Let's
could do
go.
wrong, the things that
I
he could
think
do
you
wrong
for
is not do that.
Milka Breezy in Charm
The things that
City.
he can,
What's up,
the
Thank
things
you
bro?
for
that he
being
could
here
do
with us.
wrong
How you doing,
or
guys?
not be that guy, not be the guy, like keep making these mistakes and keep throwing it to the guy because he can't read these defenses, like and
Mhm.
play like he played on Sunday, like that's what he could do wrong. You know what I mean? And that's
Mm,
what I don't want to see. So that's why I'm saying, like, that has to be the part of his game where he perfects the most. Because if he don't, he has no chance. Because he's already, behind the eight ball in not being mobile. You know what I mean? So if he can't do that, if that can't be his strength, then that's it. I mean, he's lucky to be a backup quarterback in this league. So I think that's what's going to be allow him to stay in this league if he does stay in this league. You know what I mean? As a starting quarterback. So
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. I think, but as far as that's what I think he needs to do. I'm not saying like that's what he's for sure going to do. Like, but
Mhm.
that's to me that's what he needs to do because he's already like the the footwork. I don't think he's going to get there. Like, I don't think he's going to get like super mobile and then he ain't gonna
Hey,
break fucking
Oh, you had
four
more
nine forty.
yards than
You know what I mean? So
but hey,
how
he's
many
in
rushes?
Vegas though, man. There's some like dance classes he can do. You know what I mean? Figure out.
I just think
You
that's
had
the
a
part
one.
that he needs
Yeah,
to perfect more.
Yeah, it's more
If
of
he
his
you had
doesn't,
movement,
one
bro.
there's
rush.
That's
no
You
that's
had
all.
one
chance.
rush for 3 yards, bro. That's getting up there.
Because I don't
He
say
said
this because
one
if he
rush for three
doesn't, then he
yards.
has no chance, bro. If he doesn't do that, what I'm trying to say is like he has no chance.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, maybe we can. This Wednesday is usually our past get over it shit, but
Yeah,
I hope it was hard fought. I thought the defense played. We got a defense there in Las Vegas now,
yeah,
and and just as much shit as I said about that defense, or we said about that defense, I think we're eating our words a little bit now because besides one guy that I'm sick of, and that's just personal sickness of, that's it. I could play a game of football, get paid that amount of money, and not do nothing, just stand around. But I guess that's our organization. We like guys like that, but I can't sit here and say I hope something happens to the guy to where he gets taken out the game. Like, no, I'm not saying hurt, but beat
hmm
deep, bad, and it happens every year. And then he starts blaming everybody else. So we got young talent there, um, and I thought our defensive line played good. You know how I feel about that the way we contained them, and I knew that that I see a lot of comments and people say, Crosby didn't have a good game. Once you seen him release that ball like that, you knew Crosby wasn't gonna have a good game. So a sack game, because
Yeah,
it's
like
hard, very hard. People don't get sacks on Tua. That's why they throw. Because what happened to Tua in the past last year, that's why he throws it so fast this year.
yep.
Is because he don't want to be on the looking up at the sky throwing gang signs. The way he's a hit away from being out the league, and they're not gonna let that happen to him. You know what I mean? So, Pookie Ray Ray, what's up,
That
man?
one's not gonna get
crazy.
old.
Thank you
That
for
one's not
being
gonna
here.
get old.
That's Mikey, man. I got that from Michael, doing gang signs.
He
That was
was,
a good
dude.
one. Yeah, Ray Romero, what's up?
He thought he was a
But
Korean.
yeah, Mike's the king of talking shit. Tell you that.
We
Here's
were
it.
talking
I'll
about
put
that
it.
yesterday, Ray Romero. We were talking about that shit yesterday, dog. Trust me. He threw
Oh yeah,
20.
they try to give me that excuse.
I think he threw more interceptions than touchdowns. He threw a lot of touchdowns, though. Don't get me wrong. Payne did throw a lot of touchdowns. He threw 26, but he threw 28 interceptions. But they only
Yeah,
won 3 games that year. But it's like, it's just the growing pains. We got to see him, start turning some of these, instead of one pick and, two interceptions or one touchdown and two interceptions. We got to see that two touchdowns, one interception, or three touchdowns, one interception. We got to start, moving in that direction, or even one touchdown but with no interceptions. Those are perfect with me, dog. Especially if we have the run game going. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Those are perfect for me. Like if you ain't getting no interceptions, then we got the run game going, and you at least throw a one touchdown in there just to keep the other defense honest and show them that you can fucking get the ball in the end zone too. That's
hmm
that's perfectly fine with me too, dog. Like, but because I think that's going to lead to winning football. Because I think the defense, like I said earlier, the defense I've seen enough, now, shit, we're fucking already in the, you know, there's only 6 games left, bro. So it's like literally the almost reaching the the last third of the season. You know what I mean? So I think we've seen enough that I think our defense not just one of these teams that people have said like, oh, we just doing this against bad teams. Nah, I think they showed on Sunday that it's for real.
Yeah. Hey, Gravy. I got a question, bro. I just came up with an idea while we're sitting here talking.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Enlighten me.
And I will enlighten you, bro. So I have fucking Antonio Pierce's he's talking right now, but I can cover it to where we can just hear it. If you want to, we can just fucking we can listen to it and then kind of comment on it. But I don't know if it's gonna cut you off because it's just gonna be the voice and it's just a picture of him, so you won't actually see the actual video.
That's fine with me. I like to hear what he has to say.
All right, so,
Is
Yeah,
it
you
on
can
the
hear it.
spot right now? Is
well,
the press conference
it
in
was
the spot
just
right now?
live. It was just live.
That's good. Yeah, that'll be insightful.
All right, so I'm just gonna play it straight through because I don't want to fuck with it a little bit. So, see real quick. All right, let's see. And I'm kind of doing this shit ghetto, so let me see real quick. Boom.
We'll let our Geek Squad guys.
Hold on real quick.
I turn that shit on loud though.
Well, I'm gonna let me see. I'm gonna share the screen real quick. Hold on.
Shove it.
All right, there. Go to put it up. I'm gonna push play.
There you go.
There it is. So you should be able to hear it once it starts playing. Because I have it in the back. Oh.
Right, first half, execute.
There you go.
He's not in your turn. Yeah.
Antonio, you said yesterday that you want to take a look at the film before really diving into Aiden O'Connell. Just was curious what your assessment was of his performance.
Yeah, I think two halves. Right, first half, executing, getting the ball where we wanted to. Maybe a throw or two here, which we can have and complete.
Yeah.
And second half, as we know, we'll need to press there. There's some situation where we're probably pressing. We talked about it. It's going to be obviously a great learning lesson, not just for Aiden, but for myself, and what positions we put him in and how we allow the flow of the game to go and have to have that kind of stress on a young quarterback. So it's a team effort. It's a team's disappointment as well. It's not on Aiden. Aiden, we didn't lose the game because of Aiden. All right, let's get that straight. But he needs to take care of the ball. I mean, that's the quarterback's number one job, and we'll get better at that.
When it is a rookie quarterback, especially starting kind of mid-season, you have all your goals that are still in front of you. But at the same time, not that you have to accept the fact that there will be some growing pains, but there probably are going to be some growing pains as a young quarterback. How do you kind of walk those two lines right there?
That's where you want the team to kind of rally around the guy. I mean, look around the National Football League. A lot of young quarterbacks are playing. A lot of guys are struggling with young quarterbacks. Some guys are doing really well. And for 2 games we did well, and we had one half that didn't go the Raiders' way. And again, as we talk about it, our leaders up front, from Colton Miller, Dre to Josh Jacobs to Tay, they got to put their arm around a young guy because listen, we all had rough days like that in office, and not to point fingers at anybody. You can't do that. It's a team effort when we win. It's a team effort when we lose.
Nothing, not being specifically, but hypothetically, you have a rookie quarterback. What kind of time frame do you have? Do you know whether he's your guy or whether you need to look elsewhere?
We got 6 more games left. We'll find out in 6 more. And then, we'll see what happens with AP in 2024.
I know it's easy to second guess, but looking back at that last drive before half, I know you said you wanted to kind of protect the quarterback. You still feel that way after looking at the film? Or
I think not just the quarterback, but just our defense as well. They were getting the ball at the beginning of the second half. Very explosive offense. Had 2 timeouts, excuse me. Our philosophy on certain days is to do things a certain way. With that clock and where it was, and we're in field goal position. Go ahead and take as much time off the clock as we could. Let's play this thing out, right? So we do that. We don't convert the first down. We keep the field goal. They don't concede. They throw the ball and complete a 30-yard pass with timeout. So you can see what they were very aggressive in their mode. And we knew that. We didn't want to have any more seconds on the clock. So that was the philosophy there. And obviously they were getting the ball back in the second half. Didn't want to give them any other opportunities of possession.
As a player, coming off a loss, what were some of the things that were helpful for you in terms of, learning from it, but not letting it kind of linger around and move on to the next?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because, especially you got 5 hours to sit and play and think about it, right? But I think the one thing I did was just, you reflect on first of all, I think you got to reflect on what you did well, right? And then what can you correct? What was the mistakes? Why did you make that mistake? And to be honest, it's the 24-hour rule. And for us, it's even shorter. We'll be on the practice field tomorrow. And I told the guys to flush out their system. Just like we embrace wins, we embrace the losses, learn from them. And we're doing that. You would wish this journey for myself and the team where we'll be undefeated. But that's not going to happen. I'm a realist. But more importantly, like you get back to it, it's National Football League, man. Damn, that was a good football team. They lost the two defending Super Bowl champions. Excuse me, the Super Bowl champion and the Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. So we knew we had up to our challenge, but there was no excuse. There was no mistakes. Guys just came out fresh. We were ready to go. Did we complain about the heat? No. Did we complain about the travel? No. Guys strapped up and played, and we went out there and we gave ourselves the opportunity in the fourth quarter 3 times to either tie the game or win it, and it just didn't go our way.
Multiple times yesterday, there's no moral victories, but considering how the defense did play against the Dolphins, what kind of optimism does that bring to you going into the Chiefs, another explosive offense?
Yeah, I mean, just, we know what we did really well. We know we didn't do well, especially against an elite receiver like Hill. But we're going to deal with that with Kelsey. And probably one of the best quarterbacks in the game, Patrick Mahomes, who we have all the respect for, and Andy Reid is the play caller. It's a good thing for our defense over the last 3 weeks to do what they've been doing. It's just getting better and better. We're healthy. Guys are flying around. They're having fun. They're not blinking. The turnovers has been really critical for us. The guys just attacking the football. You saw that with Nate Hobbs. You see Max play. Robert Spillane almost had another interception. So just, like I told you guys last week, defense travels.
It was an echo.
I thought they did a good job last week of bringing their lunch bill and getting ready to work. And we're going to have
I don't
to
hear it.
Saw that Amik was up, but I don't think I saw him on the field. Was that just still kind of cautionary coming up?
Yeah, protect the player first. He was ready to go, but it wasn't a game where, Amik's a young player, and being a former player, you never want to put somebody in a position. I don't care if they get cleared or not. You want to protect the player, and that was my call.
Real good, man.
Looking forward to the Chiefs. Max obviously has a pretty fun little rivalry with Patrick Mahomes. You've seen that on the Netflix special and everything. When you were playing, who did you have a rivalry with like that, where you kind of go back and forth with? That's kind of a story.
Yeah, Donovan McNabb. And it's funny, even with Andy Reid. I think I played Andy Reid over 23 times in my career, playoffs included. And McNabb was always the quarterback, and we were kind of rolling with the Giants. I don't know if it was a playoff game. I can't remember, but he ran to the sideline and he picked up the damn telephone and told our coordinators that we needed help down there on the field. Then he told me when he called out the mic, he said, "Hey, it's Mike," and I just called your coordinator. I said, "I got you, buddy." And they won the game. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. But sorry, we got him back. I think the next week like 13 times, and I called his coordinator and his O-line coach. So it was fun. Good dude, man. Very competitive players. It was always fun playing against Andy Reid in the cab. Yes.
You mentioned before how Josh Jacobs, as he goes, they go, and the team focuses on slowing him down like Miami did. How do you kind of get that thing jump started?
Yeah, well, we've seen that now in the last 3 weeks. Guys, being consistent. Obviously, we don't want those touches to be at that 14 mark. That's not our number. Our magic number is 20 plus, and we got to stay with it. It's not always pretty. There's a 1 yard or 2 yard there, but there's some 5s, some 8 and 9s, and we just got to remember that. As we're calling in and stick with it. And I give Josh a lot of credit. He's very patient, frustrated like we all were with the result yesterday, and obviously. I've said since I've gotten here, we'll run through Josh Jacobs. That opens up everything for Devontae, Jacoby. You see crazy legs, Hunter Winfrey doing what he was doing yesterday. So it just opens up for our entire offense and our O-line. It helps everybody out. So
he called him crazy legs.
Everybody knows there's no hidden agenda. We got the best running back in football, and we're going to use him. We need to use him.
A couple penalties that took away fairly big plays. One on a sack by Malcolm Kuntz that would have gotten you guys off the field. A couple on some positive yards offensively. Is that just another reminder of avoiding those things in order to not put yourself in those kinds of situations?
Man, especially early on in the game, right? They all happened to us in the first half. We get a sack by Kuntz. We get a big run by JJ, and we get a holding call, like, and then we get a,
Just saying
they
that.
call it legal OPI, whatever it may be. But that's frustrating. But I think what the guys did, we talked about it at halftime, and we made those adjustments. I think what it was 3 penalties in Giants, 3 versus Jets, and 5 last week. So the numbers going down. We want to keep it in that 3 and under world. But when it happened, especially on explosive plays, that's tough. And that obviously extends drives to the offense.
Obviously, you were part of coaching the defense last year. I think one of the biggest factors and just the turnaround that you guys have made on this side of the ball so far this year.
I think it starts with the coaches, understanding who our personnel is and playing to the strengths of our personnel. And then the players buying into what we're doing. That's the big thing. Well, how do you buy in? You got to have success. And as you start to have success as a team, as individuals, you start to believe in how he's setting certain things up. Patrick Graham has done an outstanding job with that each and every week. I think it was on full display yesterday. That offense is explosive. Yes, they got us early in the game, but there's think about that 4th down stop. That was huge. Think about the turnovers. Think about just limiting the running game, not getting those guys started on the explosive runs that they had. Number 10 is difficult to stop, and we knew that was a challenge. But when you get guys like Robert Spillane, Marcus Epps, you got Max Crosby, you got your blue collar guys, Jenkins, allowing those guys, and AD. So it all starts to come together, and you start to build this tight knit group who have pride for one another and don't want to let each other down. And that's what we talked about. That's been throughout the spring and the summer now. It's carrying on.
Lean on Isaiah Polamo, safety, seemed to answer the bell pretty well.
He did. I've known Isaiah since he was younger, very athletic safety. He saw that there on that deep ball, came out the post when he got it. I thought he was very physical in the game. Here's a guy, you know how it is in a week. He started to get all the reps. He might have got a handful of reps, but right away it was very impactful, very physical in the run game, and obviously has some traits in the back end to cover a lot of ground for us. So you'd love to start seeing him get going with that combination with Epps, Trayvon, and then you get Teamer back in the mix. You like what you got in the back end.
It's always easy to second guess, but how difficult was it to make the decision on 4th down to go for it instead of trying to kick the field?
What did it win? Early in the game, you probably kick the field goal. 4th quarter, how many possessions I'm gonna get? I don't know. You kick one field goal, go for another one. I still need a touchdown win. Do we keep holding that offense still? Let's get 3 and outs. There's a lot of factors that go into it. But I told our team we were all in when we went down there. We played to win. I'll leave it at that. We played to win.
Another guy you worked directly with the past 2 seasons, Luke Masterson, who also forced the fumble. You just talk about the progression of him from undrafted rookie out of Wake Forest and what he's doing now.
Yeah, very similar, right? I think high school to college was a quarterback receiver, then goes play safety for a couple of years, switches to linebacker. Comes here, we work together. He does an outstanding job. He changes his body. He looks like a linebacker now. And you really trust him as like the 3rd linebacker and possibly a starter. He's playing that way. Capable of going in and making plays. Shows up, he flashes here and there. And he'll get better and better. But here's a young guy that last year played a lot, starting some games. And now when something happens to Diablo or Blake needs to take a break, when he goes in, he can be a green dot. He can play both Mike and Will for us. Hats off to him because he studies the game and plays the game the right way.
Does Blaine know what a break is?
No, I hope he doesn't because I don't want him out the game either. But hey, listen, I told you guys a while back, blue collar, old school. You sit there looking at him, you can tell he's just battered and bruised, and he just, nope, not coming out. Nope. Nope. Can't have enough of him. Can't have enough of him. Him and Max can't have enough of them.
An update on Colton Miller?
No, we do not. Actually, guys are coming in today. The day off. Some guys are getting treatment, but Colton was close last week. I'm hoping we get our big.
Very good.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you, Lo. That was real insightful, man.
Yeah, I like it.
Well,
you're welcome, bro. I said you're welcome, bro. That was pretty dope, bro. Like now we, we'll have the channel.
Now we know we can. Now we know we can do that.
A little bit, yeah, nice.
Made the point of, he knows that the rookie needs to get better, but it's not. This game was not on Aiden. He should have put his head down, and it's just like I like the reassurance, and he knows how to play to that. He knows how to play to that to the players. You know what I mean? So. That's one thing I do like about AP. He's going to go out there. He's going to he's going to take some accountability himself, and he's going to like not throw his guys under the bus, but still kind of give that that message, even out. You know what I mean? Without throwing the guys under the bus, he still gives the message of like we need to go out there and work and get better. You know what I mean? We're gonna come back like some guys they're gonna probably start practicing already tomorrow, Tuesday. They didn't get no Wednesday. They didn't get to Wednesday this time. So I think they're gonna,
I like
get
I
ready
like
to
this.
work.
Man. I like this dude,
Yeah.
AP. I like him.
Gotta get in there and ready to work. Let's get in there ready to work on Tuesday, man. Just let's do this shit. We know we got we got another, a difficult fucking, task ahead of us this week. But I don't know, man. I think like if the things we're hearing kind of from the locker room, that this team, this kind of loss might bring the team even more together and shit like that. So, and especially, I think Bo and Bo and I think Bo mostly. I think AO42 has to be for sure more. You know what I mean? He has to have better decision making, but I just think Bo for himself will be able to like get more. He just more to that first game type shit, more balance, and not go away from fucking the run game so much and try to make the rook throw the ball 40 times. You know what I mean? So let's go out there and play what I think is our formula of winning, which is let's give Jacobs his 20 carries at least. You know what I mean? And see what he does with them. If he does 20 carries and he only gets 40 yards or shit like that, then fuck yeah, then like fuck, we fucked up that game. We had a bad game, but I just think on 14 carries, that he had, which is not a little bit, but it's still not enough to I think to where it could have been effective, later on in the game and shit like that, especially like later on in drives, you know what I mean? When we were down there, you know what I mean? It kind of like needed that fourth down and one, you know what I mean? I think if he would have kept with the run game more, you know what I mean, and Jacobs would have had more of a run game going on that type of drive right there on 4th and 1, there's no brainer. You give it to Jacobs right there, bro, and you keep that drive a lot, you keep that drive going, you know what I mean? And you don't and who knows, we probably end up tying it on that drive, but I just think they went away from him too fast. You know what I mean? Not enough. So they got to go back to that. They got to go back to that. Give that type of game planning, and I think that will get them. That'll get them back on the right track this week.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I liked what he said was he dissected that scenario when I said before the halftime why they hung onto the ball so long and let time waste. Now I understood what's going through his mind is that they were getting the ball. Miami was getting the ball in the second half, and they didn't want to kick the field goal, give them time because he knew that they're a quick strike offense, and you give these guys a minute, they can score, and
Mm-hmm.
then get the ball back, and then do. So he played it well. That's something that I would have done, but just standing there letting the clock go by kind of pisses you off when you're watching it on TV. But
Mm-hmm.
now that you explain it,
Uh,
then
because at that
Monday's
moment,
the day. You see,
because
Monday's
at
the
that
day where
moment,
we can say, "Oh yeah, now I know what he was thinking." You know
yeah,
what I mean?
especially in hindsight, we could see that. Okay, yeah, that was a pretty good move, but like at the moment, we're thinking we
Real,
might have to get
real.
these touchdowns. We might have to get these touchdowns now because what I mean, we can't let any points on the board because our defense might not be able to hold them to so low. But the
Right.
defense did end up showing they did, and it ended up turning to be out a good move because we got points still. I mean, we still went into the half with only down what was
One.
a
One,
down
one.
by one, yeah, especially so yeah, so it's like what I mean, we were still able to get be right there, you know what I mean, and keep us into that game that which the defense gave us, the
Right.
opportunity time and time again. What I mean, it's just some dumb play calls, some bad execution, and I just think that the mixture of both kind of was the downfall of yesterday, man. Was like what I mean, the reason why we kind of didn't, what I mean, pull that one off.
Yeah, that made me feel better. But
Yeah.
on that note, Low, thank you for that coverage. Is a good thing to have now. You know, Gabe, again, thank you for being with Stogies
Oh, it,
with Coach Gravy. You too, Dirty Low. Everybody in the chat, we almost hit 50. We're steady at 40 people in the chat, just
Nice.
conversating and asking questions and stuff. So I want to thank you guys for being here. And the next one, I don't know if I could do Mondays at 10, but I'll try to do another Stogies with Coach Gravy will be on different days when I get a chance to. So during the school year. But Christmas vacation coming up, so it'll be Stogies with Gravy almost every day. I'm planning on doing one just about every day because I have a stogie around 10 o'clock. That's my first rise up stogie. So thank you for being here for Stogies with Coach Gravy. Much love. Much love. Please subscribe to Coach Gravy, Raider Nation Live, my boy Dirty Low down there. And Raider Gay 420 has his podcast, great podcast. We have one together, we have one together with the Raider Nation Lives.
Mhm.
Please subscribe, tell people, let them know that we on the come up. And so, we'll be out there for you guys to give you as much information we can about this team in any way we could, negative or positive. So
Mhm.
keep your heads up. We
Yes,
got
sir.
next game. We're going to take it. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Peace. Raiders. We didn't do the Raiders, bro. All right.
Oh, yeah, that's your channel.